Call Loim La, Lahayanaw, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wamalaki, Bahashim, Harawak, Kakwadash, Barakathum, the water Bible Bar, Wakwam, Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching a light-wise doctrine, I say Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video where this Edomite has the caucasity to say, well, maybe we should just cut off black people. Interesting. Because guess what, baby? Y'all about to be cut off. That's the funny part. I ain't even mad. It's just that the pride on these people, man, it's just through the roof. It's just, you can't put a measure on their pride. That's why they're gonna be destroyed, because their pride is destroying them because they refuse to deal with reality. White supremacy supersedes reality. Pride supersedes common sense. And lack of rulership, unfit to rule men, takes precedence over these people, locking these people up. You see what I'm saying? So those are a lot of those, and other ways are many ways that Esau's kingdom is destined for destruction, because he's going to destroy it himself. And it's basically poetic justice, because Esau's been playing the blame game for thousands of years, but nothing has ever been his fault. Now, when he destroys his own kingdom and he forces himself into captivity, he ain't gonna have nobody to blame but himself, and he's gonna have to live with those facts and that regret for 1,000 years through their slavery until their extermination. So we're gonna let the scripture speak and see who's gonna be cut off. But first, let's go ahead and grab this video. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. The name of this video is White Man Says They Should Cut Lifeline to Blacks Because We Don't Appreciate What They Have Done. What have you done besides make our lives a living hell? See, they always big up themselves on rehearsed lies that have been passed down throughout the centuries, like that pastor said on that video, on that podcast, that the elder made a video talking about if it wasn't for us, y'all would be living in huts. No, if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have to be worried about our kids so much. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have to worry about being murdered for nothing. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have to worry about being terrorized for nothing. See, they just live off lies. You can't get through to these people because their pride is through the roof, and the Lord created them to be prideful because he hates pride, and he could be justified to destroy them as well. But before we get this video, I want to get this copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips to favor and balance of fair use. And look at this. It's time to cut off all lifelines to Black communities and let only the strong survive. See, their pride has deceived them, oh, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, because guess what? You're not strong, B. Think about it like this. So-called Black people has been in America since the Emancipation Proclamation, which transferred ownership over to the government from private owners. But since that time, we have built over 200 towns that you people destroyed out of hate, envy, and jealousy. Just being a fuck boy. But you people can't, and then to make it, to add the icing on the cake, so-called Black people built over 200 of these towns in a kingdom that was against them. These sorry-ass people can't even get one town off the ground in a kingdom that favors them. So And then who's crashing out committing suicide? You got ICE agents committing suicide out of guilt. You got Edomites committing suicide. They don't keep that 38 Saturday night special in that death draw for no reason. Just in case they got to kill themselves because they're too weak to face shame, to face the public, to face reality. They're too weak to show their faces. That's why it's an Edomite history and tradition to hide their face when they're doing wickedness by putting on masks and hoods. We'll beat your ass straight up. We don't need no hood, no mask to show our face. We want you to see who beating your ass. But let's let this prideful ass Edomite talk his talk. Then we're gonna bring out some scriptures to see who's gonna be cut off.
Do you cut off all lifelines, all government assistance, and just say, you're going to have to fend for yourselves and only the...
And you know what? Funny he should say that, because who in the cars making videos crying about being cut off? These people, not us. We knew we were cut off. The Lord created us to be strong. He created y'all to be weak. Let me see if I can find that scripture. Yeah, you can be strong as hell when the rules of the game are in your favor. Yeah, you can be strong as hell then. But let's see how it's going to pan out when the Lord turns the tables on them. Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And this is when Rebekah was pregnant and she was having birth pains because Esau and Jacob was fighting in her womb. So she asked the Lord, if this is meant to be, why am I in so much pain? Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. And this is what the Lord said unto her, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Now, this is long term. Esau came out first. That means he's the oldest. So he's going to serve the younger. That's about to come into existence. When these people go into captivity, yeah, they're going to be serving the younger. And we already know who's stronger. That ain't even no question. These people just love to lie to themselves. Let's go.
Strong survive for about a year and just see if it'll auto-correct a little bit when they're forced to stop the shenanigans if they want to survive, if they want to pay their bills. I don't know, but people are fed up. People are fed slap up with it. You know, we feel like that we have done everything asked of us by this community to try to right the wrongs of the past. They've got...
You haven't right shit yet. You haven't given back nothing that you stole. That's all right, though. The Lord gonna come through and make you see the light.
More opportunities than any other demographic in this country.
See, this is projection right here that he's about to get started doing. Everything that's happening to his people, he's gonna try to project on us. Like, for example, he's going to claim that we've been given all the job opportunities, all the perks of society, when actuality, it's his people that's benefiting from the privilege. But watch how this Edomite lies.
Right the wrongs of the past. They've got more opportunities than any other demographic in this country, simply based on nothing more than the color of their skin. They moved to the...
Now, who is that? Us or them? I've seen plenty of Edomites in positions of jobs they ain't even qualified for. They got it only because of their complexion. And see, Edomites do this subconsciously. I don't even think they know they're doing it. They just start lying and projecting. It's like an Edomite trait. They just lie. Psalms 58 verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They just project. It's an unconscious reaction, I think, to stress and guilt.
Front of every line based on that. If school choice gets passed, they'll move to the... It's only being passed the public school to public school aspect because of.
So as you saw there, he was like, basically, is it time to cut off all lifelines to black people because they've done everything they can do with this, that, and the other? It's like, who are you talking to, first of all? Basically, I guess the premise is if they cut off the lifelines, then we're done. It's like, are you for real? When y'all freed us off of the plantations, were we done? We absolutely were not done. In fact, we built our own towns and communities and things. And guess who was mad because we weren't done? Y'all. See, y'all just be lying to kick it. Y'all know we gonna survive without you. And the little lifelines per se that you talking about, that ain't nothing. It's nothing to write home about. And those lifelines you talking about, your people benefit from them the most. In fact, your people are crashing out all over the place because those little lifelines are getting cut off, right? Especially your little farmers and stuff. See, y'all doing that to y'all, but y'all always want to focus on us. But to cut off our lifelines, guess who was your lifeline? It was us. Because the lifelines, y'all had them in the fields picking cotton and all that other stuff. Y'all wasn't out there. You know why? Because y'all can't even be your own lifeline. But you talking about cutting off the lifeline to the lifeline? What did you want, homie?
Get him, sis.
It sounds good on your little podcast. Oh, we're just tired. Or we did all you can do. No, you have not done all you can do. Get your people to write the check. And you know what check we talking about? We talking about our reparations check, and we want our land and the mule or whatever it is. We want everything that comes with it that we did not.
No, we don't want no check. We don't want no check for some worthless money. See, what Esau doesn't understand is his worst nightmare is about to become reality because he doesn't know yet. None of these nations know. They don't know yet. They don't know that they are the reparation. We will have them as a possession, and they won't be able to do anything about it. They are the reparation. After Esau destroys his kingdom, our reparation will be we will own the heathens as an inheritance, and they're going to build our kingdom for free over a period of 1,000 years. So yeah, they are the reparation. The Lord knows what he's doing, and that's going to knock all that pride right back down his throat.
I get that our ancestors did not get. So that little bitty, symbolism stuff that you talking about, I don't even know what you talking about, to be honest with you, but nah, it wasn't enough, whatever it was. But what happens if you cut off our lifeline? Yeah, ain't nothing gonna happen to us, because if one group of people gonna survive the game, it's gonna be us. Because we've always survived the game, and y'all never liked it. Y'all wish we would just disappear, but we ain't gonna do that. Guess what though? We gonna be here a lot longer than y'all. And
she said something then. We're gonna be here a lot longer than y'all, because guess what? The Israelites are going to become immortals. The only nation out of the 18 nations that's going to become immortals and rule over the heathen nations and put foot to ass all the way up in Esau and Amalek. And at the end of 1,000 years, they're going to be rounded up and exterminated. So she was right. We will be here longer than them. They just temporary. That's why the Lord marked them with pale skin, to be aware of their wickedness.
know it. Cutting off our lifeline. We are the lifeline.
You know.
Now, what happens when we cut you off?
She right. We are the lifeline. Look at all these inventions and creations we created to make life easier for all nations. See? Get them, coach.
That's the better question, which is why y'all done all you could do ever since we've been around y'all to make sure that we don't get up and unify. Because you know, the moment we do it, y'all lifeline is cut off because y'all eat greedy off of us. And I swear for God and all the disciples, I cannot wait till Black Americans especially wake up and say, oh, no more money for you. Or how about this? No more lifeline for you. And that's going to be the real conversation. But as far as y'all cutting off our lifeline, what lifeline? Anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful comments.
Exactly. She right. What lifeline? Because all these people have done is go above and beyond the call of duty to make our lives a living hell. Nobody else's. But he calls this a lifeline. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Roughly paraphrasing. Let's get into some more scripts. Salaki, let's go to Proverbs 4:14. Call Allah Lala, Hay now Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 23. That ain't it. That ain't it. Hold on. Let's go to Sirach. That's what I was looking for. Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's how they gained this kingdom, and the same way how they're going to lose it. Verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. Nothing is sacred to these people. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra and see who's going to be cut off. Chapter 6. See, that's their answer to everything. Death, violence, destruction, theft, lying, thievery. Yeah, that's their answer for everything. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Israelites. Verse 56, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, which means spit. The Lord is comparing other nations to spit, literally. As likened them, the abundance of them, unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? And this about to come to a close. I only get this place 3 more years, and that's being generous. But that's a good thing, though, because everybody tired of Esau, man. It's time for this dude to go somewhere and sit his ass down. Get this one. Daniel chapter 8, verse 7, Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, because we're going to be immortals. You're going to be in your prime, 24, 25 for forever. It's going to be beautiful. Watching the rest of these nations age and die. We ain't going to be doing that. We're going to be in our prime, physically fit, perfect forever on earth. Get another one. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Ain't nothing meek about Esau. So that cancels him out. Psalm chapter 37, verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. That's another reason why he's going to be taken out. Get another one. Job chapter 14, verse 5. And this is talking about Esau. Your days are literally numbered, B. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. See? You got everything in abundance because you stole everything in abundance. But one thing you will never have or control, and you running short of day by day, is time. See, the Lord got all the time in the world to watch you destroy yourself because guess what? He created time. Keep going. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things, which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Payback. Keep going. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and we'll go to verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, or fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord. Who getting cut off? The Lord saying he finna cut your balls off, man. Who finna get cut off? So yeah, because the Lord don't want no more Edomites being born. So yeah, let's keep rolling. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. We are living proof of that. Verse 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. You know, the Lord got y'all in a trick bag. He said, y'all ain't getting out of this. Another one. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. See, they think they got away with something because they ain't been touched yet. But trust me, when the Lord touches you, gonna know. Get another one. Nahum chapter 1, verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord has his way in the whirlwind and the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He will not at all acquit the wicked. Let's go to Ezekiel. Chapter 35. Let's see who's going to be cut off. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the sword, by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off, see, there it is, from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. I'm gonna get cut off. Verse 11. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all the blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. That's what they really think. They think that the Lord just gave us over to them so they could do whatever they want to and not have a consequence. Silly wabbit. You're so stupid. Verse 13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me and multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Ooh. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. It ain't gonna be no mistake. Y'all gonna be way more than crying in your cars. You're gonna be running from the 144,000. Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman. There the dawn shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. They shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. Who getting cut off? Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord Yahweh, your power, and none else. My people should never be ashamed. Who finna get cut off? Joel chapter 3, verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. He talking about his people. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Payback. Verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. Verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. The strangers are the Israelites who've been following the ways and customs of these heathen nations who didn't know they were Israelites. They're Israelites by spirit, by blood. It's a bloodline. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Who been cut off? I just read the Israelites gonna rule over their oppressors. How you gonna cut somebody off when you about to be oppressed? When you about to go into captivity, how you gonna cut anybody off? Verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Ooh, it stirs up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth, elites. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. Verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and thy noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Worms represent death, demise. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. We're talking about he's going to be better than the Israelites. That's what he thinks. I will sit also upon the mount of congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. See, he's stupid. A base man trying to be a god. Boy, shut up. Go to Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. Teman and Basra, they represent the cities and towns inhabited by Edomites. You are a people before you are a place. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have ripped up the women with the child of Gilead, that they might enlarge their border. So yeah, right now, these scriptures I just read, it just said that Edom about to catch some flops, and Ammon about to catch the flops, which is the Japanese. Now let's go to the book of Obadiah, so he's gonna be cut off forever. Then we close on this. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Yes. Oh, we can go to 3 too. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See that pride? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. Who getting cut off? Let's see. Let's keep reading. Verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Who getting cut off? Let's keep reading. Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Oh, okay. Esau gonna be cut off forever. Okay. Just making sure. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, you took advantage of the Israelites, so shall all the heathen drink continually. That's all 17 of the nations, not just Edom. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as they had not been. But about Mount Zion shall be deliverance. See, we're going to be delivered, not cut off. And there shall be holiness, in the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. You're about to run your pockets for everything you stole plus some. Verse 18. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Ooh. Okay, well, I guess we cleared up who really gonna be cut off then, huh, E? Verse 21. And Savior shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Not Esau, not Trump, not Xi Jinping, not Putin. No, they're gonna be in captivity if they survive. So, big homie, that was on that little talk show, whatever. You need to read Obadiah before you say some shit like that, because your nation is about to be cut off after your hardcore captivity. Call all you lala, hi now, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Amashiach, Wamalaki by Hashem, Harawat, Wakakorash, Baraka Thumb, Water Bible Ball, Wakwam Yasharala. Shalom.